back in on this Wagon Tales Wednesday. Nan and Devon here, 419 in America's Music City. So Wagon Tales Wednesday is just our favorite day of the week. Yes, we love Menu Monday because we love food, but you know, the pets are where it's at. Animals are where it's at in my world, and I know they're supreme in yours. And I just thought you could set up our next guest perfectly.
Well, I can, because you know, we always are on the lookout for the most interesting people in Nashville, people with lots of stories, just people that you might run into and you go, man, I sure am glad I got to hear those stories. And John Sitten, I've known for quite a few years. A lot of people remember him on the square in Lebanon, Tennessee. He no longer hails from Lebanon. He has moved up north to Hendersonville. But John Sitten, we welcome him to the show right now. Hey, John.
Hey.
We're calling you Farmer John.
Well, that's ex-farmer.
Ex-farmer. John, how many years young are you?
83.
83 years
Just
old.
a pup.
Years young.
Just a
Yeah,
pup.
I know.
Now, you were down in Lebanon. How long did you have your shop there, and how long were you in the antique business?
Well, we were in Lebanon for about 3 years, and when the flood came, it flooded out everything.
Oh.
And then I think the building got sold, so we moved to Mount Juliet to PJ's.
Gotcha. But how long have you been a farmer?
Well, since I grew up on a farm in Alabama, and moved to, after I got out of the service, I moved to Chattanooga.
Okay.
And then from Chattanooga, I moved to Nashville. And every move seemed to get a little better. And I think the last move even got better than the rest of them.
In what ways?
Well, Hendersonville is a good place to live. It's kind of a unkept secret. It's a small town with big shopping centers. But the town is, you know, just a hick town, but the shopping centers are where the business is.
So you got all that going. Now, how in the world did you get involved with goats? And when did you get involved raising goats? And
Well, when I moved to Nashville, a friend of mine and I bought a 10-acre piece of ground out near Mount Juliet, close to Fate Center's boat dock.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it was really a mess. It had a lot of cedar trees, a lot of briars, and kudzu, and I don't know what all. But anyhow, we went down, we fenced it in, and we couldn't afford to hire bulldozers and stuff, so we bought 14 goats. and we went down, we had to catch them and put them in the back of the truck. And after a while, you know, goats get to where they don't smell so bad, because you smell like they do. Then we stopped at Po Folks in Murfreesboro for dinner.
With the goats in the back of the truck?
And we left them in the parking lot. And we went in, and we didn't think much about it, but everybody in there that was sitting close to us got up and left. As a matter of fact, they came and asked us to leave. So.
Now, is that because you were smelling like the goats, or?
I don't know. They didn't give us any reason.
And how did the goats do just hanging out in the poor folks' parking lot?
They were happy.
They were okay?
Yeah. But then we took them up and turned them loose in the fenced-in land we had. And they really cleaned it up. They ate everything on the place, and what little trees we had, they ate all the bark off the bottom and killed them.
Oops.
So goats are really, really a good pet.
Unless you want trees.
Well, yeah.
And grass.
when they run out of something to eat, well, they start eating furniture and roses.
Oh,
They love flowers.
now that probably doesn't sit too well with the lady folks who may have been, you know, having flowers around your house.
One lady still holds it against us.
I guess.
She had a lot of roses and they ate them all.
But the goats had good smelling breath when they burped.
Well, you could smell it, but I guess they did. We had, and one goat, well, not just one, but they got on a neighbor's porch
Uh-oh.
and ate his wicker rocking chair.
Oh, no.
Well, he got mad at him and went to town, bought a lot of Tabasco sauce. And he was really going to fix them, so he drowned that rocker with hot sauce.
Mm.
They loved it.
They loved it.
They're Cajun goats.
They finished off the rocking chair.
Bam, like Emerald would say.
Bam.
But,
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I'm so sorry.
but you know,
Sorry.
the goat, if there's a fence in front of them, they can't stand it if they're not on the other side of it.
I know people like that.
And dogs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So they can just eat, well, they won't eat through them.
They get out somehow.
Oh, they do.
But one day they were all out, and I figured I'd outsmart them and get them back in. So I cut a hole in the fence, and they were out in the field up next to us. Well, they found the hole
Mm-hmm.
and came in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were happy because they thought they were out.
So you let them out, but cut the hole in the fence, and then they went back in, and they thought they were out.
Well, actually they were in, but they thought they were out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I fixed the hole, but they found others. They find a way to get out.
Now, what did you ever have to transport them? And did they ever get loose whenever you transported them?
Only when they went to Po Folks.
Well, we sold some to a guy down below Murfreesboro, and we were going to deliver them. And we got $30 each. Well, we're going to get $30 each for them, 10 of them. Load them up in the truck, and we're taking Brenda's mother home in Chattanooga. And we went down Murfreesboro Road from Smyrna,
Mm-hmm.
around the square, and got on Manchester Highway where the guy lived that bought them. Well, we turned the corner in the square, and the tailgate came open, and the goats
Oh, no.
all jumped out. We didn't slow down. We just kept on going. So,
Delivered.
well, we didn't deliver them. We lost $300. And I guess the goats are still running around down there.
Do you have goats now?
No. We, Christmas, 3 or 4 days ago, JD here we got him some goats for Christmas.
Goats for Christmas.
Yep.
That's a new song on
They,
a new record.
There's
There.
writers listening to that
That's
idea
right.
already.
they're yard art goats
Yard art goats.
Oh, okay.
made out of
Oh,
recycled metal.
they're not real goats.
Well, they look kind of real, except their udders are in the wrong place. But he got a mama goat and 2 little ones for Christmas.
Oh, that's neat.
He was kind of took away with it, but
Well, reckon how many goats you've had over your lifetime?
I think, well, Marla got one when she was in grammar school,
Marla's your daughter.
the daughter. And we kept him for 7 or 8 years. And we moved into a better neighborhood. Well, I don't know if it was or not. They didn't like our goats being in the backyard. So we had to get rid of it. But they learn real quick. And this goat that we had that Marla had.
Did you name him?
Yeah, his name was
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie the goat.
He thought we had a poodle dog too,
Mm-hmm.
and he thought he was a dog. The dog thought he was a goat. They played together, and they get a rag and do tug of war with it. Yeah. And my neighbor, next door neighbor, was a lawyer in Nashville, I guess. But he came over one day and told me that our neighbors didn't like my goat being over there. Well, I didn't know they had a stock law or anything in town. So I told him if they didn't like goats, maybe I'd get a bunch of hogs and put out there.
See which one they like better.
Yeah. But anyhow, we got rid of Charlie, and he came to a sad end. But
Well,
we enjoyed him for 7 or 8 years. And then when I moved to Nashville was when we got the next ones.
We're going to talk a little bit more about goats when we finish checking on traffic. Because I want to find out how you keep a goat from sticking his head through a fence.
Okay.
Okay.
and my friend has a goat farm down in Mississippi, and he has goat soap.
Yeah.
They say goat soap is really good.
Well, we're going to find out all about that.
The goat goings on continues here on WSM.
Wagon Tales Wednesday brought to you by D&D Events. The Beacon Capital Management Traffic Center here is Richard Thomas.